Welcome everyone, it's Dr. Shiva. We're going to be having a discussion today on chondroitin sulfate. It's part of our joint health series. So what is chondroitin sulfate? What is it? So you can see chondroitin sulfate is a supplement that you can buy at Whole Foods. You can buy it anywhere you want in most supplement stores, Amazon, etc. But it's a polysaccharide consisting of repeating disaccharide units of D-glucuronic acid as well as N-acetyl D-galactosamine. So here is a chondroitin part and here's a sulfate part. So the reason this is called chondroitin sulfate is it's got two parts here. The SOOO group is a sulfate portion over here, and this is a chondroitin part connected by this oxygen bridge over here. But it's a polysaccharide related to certain types of sugars in some sense, and it enhances the shock absorbing properties of collagen in the cartilage. So if you look at your cartilage wherever you have in your shoulders and your knees, it really enhances the shock absorbing properties. And it's clinically shown to have symptomatic relief of joint pain and to protect cartilage. And there's no known side effects or adverse effect. And this is from the distillation of the research that we did through the bioinformatics review of CytoSolve. So you can see this is what the molecule looks like. What's cool about these molecules is they actually have these wonderful structures. It's fascinating studying them from a chemistry standpoint. So chondroitin sulfate, what's the source? There are three sources. You can get it. 21 Daltons is a measure of the molecular weight. The trachea of bovine, which means literally the trachea, which means the throat. The second is you can get it from pig trachea. Notice it's a little bit higher a molecular weight. And you can get it from the chicken kneel bones also from chicken. Right, so there's three different sources of it. So if you ever are eating chicken bones and the ends of it, some cultures eat that, some cultures make soup out of that. Great source of chondroitin sulfate. So when we look at chondroitin sulfate, if you look at the articles here, there's quite well researched. Yes, there's nearly 27,903 research articles. That's a lot of research. Close to 28,000 articles written on chondroitin. Very well researched, nearly 429 clinical trials, over 74 years of medical research. So it's a well-researched therapeutic molecule. Some of you may know we talked about MSM, which had about 693 articles written on it. But chondroitin has close to 27,000 articles, nearly in order of magnitude or more. 40 times more research has been done on chondroitin sulfate. So we're going to talk about that, but the issue is, how do you handle all of this research? Does anyone here actually have time to go through all of this? And what we're able to do, let me just bring this up again. What we're able to do with CytoSolve is we're able to look at all of that research, distill it, and do what we call a bioinformatics approach to that research. So first, we're able to really understand what is in that research, get the relevant papers, and I'll show you the process that we take at CytoSolve. This is the technology capability I built. So we're able to take in a field all of those papers, from those papers, figure out the relevant studies. In this case, we're looking at, let's say, humans, and then we're able to extract from these little ball and stick diagrams called molecular pathways, build an architecture of it, and then integrate it to present the bioinformatics. And with CytoSolve, we're also able to do computational analysis, which means we're actually going to understand what occurs at the molecular level. And I'll talk more about that. So CytoSolve is a way, without killing animals, we're able to take bodies of research and understand what's going on at the molecular level. And very, very different than how big pharma works. This is, by the way, very different than what we call the reductionist approach that takes place in the world of, unfortunately, reductionist science, where if the elephant, for example, represents the whole, right? I wanted to let you know that we use the technology here. We've helped many companies over the last 16 years, a lot of smart, innovative companies, but we decided with all the mathematical models we've created, why don't we try to use this to compute the best product we could think of from the science out there for reducing pain and inflammation, pain and discomfort. And that resulted in us creating MV25 using CytoSolve. We're going to have more products that are going to be coming, but let me just show you what MV25 is about for those of you who haven't heard about it. But this is using CytoSolve in a beneficial way, not to just do research, but find combination therapies.
Hi, I'm Barbara Ann. My hands would cramp up so that I couldn't hold cards or knit or crochet, and they would go like that. And I'd have to use this when I played cards with my grandkids. And I started taking that MV25. After a bit, I was able to hold cards in my hand, Very, very little cramping, hardly at all anymore. MV25.
Hi, my name is Sandy. I'm a Taekwondo instructor. I tore my ACL during Taekwondo. I had a lot of pain and limited mobility. I've been taking the MV25 for about 6 months now. After the first week, I noticed a big difference. After the second week, almost literally no pain.
My name is Jeremy, and I suffer from a lower back problem. Hurt my back at work years ago, and I can go to the chiropractor, do all kinds of different things, and nothing seems to help. And I decided to try MV25. I didn't notice a difference immediately, but within a few days, the pain went away, and it stayed away. I've continued to take it, and even when I do things that I shouldn't do, it seems to go away a lot quicker than it ever did before.
It's clean food certified. It's made in the US. If you go to vashiva.com, right on the shop, you'll click there, or you can go right to mv25.life, either way. And then from there, you can click on the bottle and you can order. Please take advantage of it because first of all, it's going to help you. It's going to help our movement. And it really supports the fact that we want to take science-based approaches to natural products. Now, the biological effects of chondroitin, there are 3 that we have found from the bioinformatics review: anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, free radical scavenging, and chondroprotective, which means it protects cartilage. All right. Those are the 3 things that we found from distilling all of those 26,000 papers that I talked about. So when you look at all of those papers, we found out that at minimum, chondroitin effect, it has been shown from all, when you really look at all those papers, anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant, which means it eats up those free radical scavengers, and it's chondroprotective, which means it protects your cartilage. Very, very valuable so you don't get cartilage degeneration. And we'll come back to this. Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai. Before we continue with this, I want to just remind everyone that because of the massive censorship and shadow banning that still continues on social media platforms, I'd like you to click the link to continue watching this on our own platform at